Welcome to day 29 of learning Python. We'll learn about data structure in Python, and in this video we'll have a introduction on list. Okay, what are the data structure in Python and why should we use them? We use data structures in Python to process data correctly. We want to store the data within our Python programs and we want to process it. Let's talk about list, and then we'll talk about some of the list method. Primarily we are going to study about four data types in Python: list, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. When to use, which to use, and how to use. All of these data types is something that we are going to discuss in the great detail. Python provides powerful built-in data structures to store and manipulate collection of data efficiently. So let me create a, I have already created a folder. I will create a new file, lists.py. What are list? Sometimes you want to store different type of variables under singular name. What does that mean? Let's say I want to store the marks of 5 student. I can create a variable called as marks and I want to store the marks here inside the variable. So what I can do, like, is there any way to do that? But how do I store 5 students marks in a single variable? Is there any way to do that? Yes, Python list is the way to do that. So let's store the marks of 5 student. All these marks should be out of 100. So I will mention some random numbers. As you can see, all these marks have been stored. So in order to create a list, we enclose the variable within a square bracket separated by comma. In this case, all these variables are type of integer. Some can be type of integers, some can be float, some can be booleans, some can be list, and so on. Which means the list can store multiple data types. They can store multiple value of any data type. So this was an example. So what is a list? List is ordered mutable collection of item. Here mutable is very important. This means we can add element to the list. We can also remove element from the list and we can insert element into the list in between. So I'm going to show you all these things in action. So the marks of the students are here. So we can also have another list, something like maybe next, where we have marks with the string also, boolean and float. Okay, so this is also valid list. Let's say I want to print the marks and list. Okay, let's try to run. You can see that the list is printed here. So how do I access the element of list? I can always access the element of list by providing the index. I can always access the element of list by providing the index, just like we did on strings. So if I write 0, I'm going to get, of course, 54, because 0th index is 54. If I printed, you can see that 54 is printed. Counting in Python start from 0. So index in Python, list start from 0. Not only list, index of list, string, tuple always start from 0. Whenever we say index, it always start from 0. So in this case, 54 has been printed. What if I do mark maybe 2? Let's see. 0, 1, 2, it should print 64. Yes, 64 is printed. Okay. Can I also do the same in mixed? Let's try. Maybe we'll print the second one. False maybe. Let's try. Yes, false is printed. Okay, I have another question. Can I do slicing in the list? Okay, let's try that one also. Maybe in marks we can try 2 colon 4. Can I do that? Let's try. Yes, you can see that 64 and 3 is 93 is printed. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 4 is printed here. Okay, just like sliced strings, we can slice list also. You can try other example of slicing list. Let's try with other example as well. 1 colon 2, and maybe we'll try with print. Maybe we'll give out of range. Let's try with that also. Let's try to run. You can see that 64 and 93 is printed, and 1 comma 2 is hello is printed. And mixed, in the mixed I wanted to take out the index for 4, but there is no fourth index. 0 1 2 3, and fourth index is not there. So index out of order, I mean list index out of range error is seen. So the important point to note here is list are ordered mutable collection of item. So ordered is important, mutable is also important, because you can always change the list. You can run a certain function and original list will be changed. We already saw that in about strings, which are immutable, which means that we cannot change the strings. If you try to run a method on a string, a new string will be returned, but the original string remains intact, which means that we cannot change the strings by writing a method. Okay, in the next video we are going to talk about list methods. See you in next video.